So for example, let me just tell you a story about Kirk. So here's a story about Kirk. In my past, I got beat up by a bully. And this guy was well, to me, he was a guy, but it was a kid bigger than me. And he just beat me. Okay. And it hurt bad. And I was like, well, this is terrible. And this guy was taller than me. It was a kid, but he was taller than me. He was bigger than me. And he just beat the crap out of me. Okay. Not cool. Right. So then this memory gets put in my subconscious, and my subconscious is like, don't forget about that. Anybody who's taller or bigger than me is going to hurt me. So this hurts. So then here comes a person, and this person comes into my life, and they're here, and this is a big guy. My subconscious goes, oh crap. And it brings this up and it says, it's a big guy. And it brings this up to go, okay, get away, run, go. Then I get anxious. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like talking to this guy and I'm like, why is my heart racing? And so I cut the conversation off and the guy goes away. And so when the guy goes away, this settles back down in because now the threat is gone. But this happened when I was in 5th grade. And right now I'm 51 years old. So it's like, that's like 40 years ago. My brain is still protecting me against any guy that is taller than me. If they're taller than me, boom, it comes up. And it's like, okay, calm down, brain. It's like, nope, this guy's going to beat you. And I'm like, no, he's just taller than me. So our mind collects all these past experiences. And then when something shows up, that could be something similar in the tiniest way. It'll stir this up to trigger to come up because my subconscious is trying to keep me safe. Did that story make sense?
It did. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let me just share this one about goals. I had a goal when I was a kid to get a new bike. I had a paper out, I saved my money, and I got this bike. I was so excited. I rode it to school. I was so excited, I forgot my bike lock. I came out from school, and my bike was stolen. It was gone. I walk home. I'm bawling my eyes out because my bike is stolen. I'm mad. I'm ticked off. And so this moment goes into my subconscious. It's a memory that I set a goal. I worked hard. I got this. And guess what happened? It got stolen. So for 20 minutes walking home, I told myself that was a waste of time. I'm never doing that again. Anytime I just get something I want, someone's going to steal it. So that story went into my subconscious. It was real. I thought it, I felt it, and it just got buried deep down in my subconscious. So then I'm an adult and I set a goal. When I first got into personal development, people would say, you need to set a goal. And this feeling would come flying to the surface. And I'd be like, nah, I don't do goals. No, I don't do goal posters. That's stupid. So I had a reaction to anybody who talked about goals. I hated the person. I walked out of the class. I would get grumpy, and it was a reaction. And Kim would ask me, she goes, what's wrong? They're just talking about goals. And I'm like, this is stupid. This is a waste of my time. And I would march right out of the class. If I was at church or in some workshop, if they brought up goals, man, I was out of there. Because I didn't know at the moment why I was so frustrated and so angry inside anytime somebody brought up goals. But then when I got wiser and I started to learn techniques to uncover triggers, the next time this trigger came up and I was in the feeling, I began to journal so I could find out the words behind the story. Usually the feeling will pop up first or the words, and then the second one follows. And so when the feeling popped up, I journaled about the feeling. And as I journaled, it broke loose the information and it came up about the story about my bike being stolen. And then what I needed to do was to write out all my thoughts and all my feelings so that it would leave me.
I think I need to journal a little bit deeper.
So what you got inside you is one of these, and it's in one or both places. And when something on the outside has any similarity, the teeniest, tiniest similarity, it could be a smell, a sound, a vibration in the room, a color, a day of the week, a time of the day, a time of the year, a season, a particular shape of a person's body or their face, or a person's tone of voice. The subconscious measures everything to the minute detail. But if you have a feeling that keeps popping up, it's warning you that what happened in the past is going to happen again. But the problem is mine was about my bike being stolen. And that's why I wasn't working on goals. Why I was so miserable with my life, because I hated goals. I hated personal development. I hated it. But it wasn't because of personal development or the people. It's because my bike got stolen. That's what was stopping me, was my bike story, not the goal. But you can see if I would have not let that, if I would have not journaled this out, it would have stayed in me and stopped me from doing this.